One more praise to how about Simeon, double on to the apostles of your masters. I'm Noah Allah coming at you in the video. Now this video, we're still going into the assembly, but there's other things that take place in the assembly. I thought we go back to Genesis. This is Genesis 49 and 5 again. Simeon and Levi, brethren, instruments of cruelty in their habitations. That's going to the voodoo, but also in the sense of how they slaughtered those Hamites. Oh my soul, come not into their secret, not just their secret council that they had to slay those Hamites, but talking about the voodoo, which was a syncretic religion. It was synchronized unto their assembly. It was synchronized to cover it up for the reason that we went into in earlier episodes. Because when the so-called Haitians was brought to Haiti, it was in the code Noir, N-O-I-R, that stated that all slaves had to be baptized when reaching Hispaniola, and they couldn't practice their own religion. So in order for them to continue to worship those deities, those Hamitic African deities, they had to cover it up with those Roman Catholic saints. It's called religious syncretism when they was practicing that voodoo. Oh my soul, come not thou into their secret, unto their assembly. Which you went into congregation, religious assembly, right? Gatherings. Unto this assembly, mine honor be not thou united. So we're not supposed to be united into the assembly. So he went into the hound for, which is supposed to be the temple. We went into the peristyle, which is the sacred place of the temple. Supposed to be the sacred place of the temple. And the Pt.11 was placed in the central part of the peristyle, coming out of the floor that's attached to the ceiling. That's supposed to represent the sky being held up from the earth to prevent it from crumbling, with two serpents that's on it intertwined to represent Papa Legba and Aido Widow, who's supposed to be the masculine and feminine divine couple. So it says, unto their assembly. Now what do they do in this assembly? Now I started reading into this partially in the last part, but I didn't want to jump the gun, so I went into something else. Now I'm reading into this a bit. The role of dance in Haitian voodoo. Camille Chambers, this from the University of Florida. Dancing along with singing and drumming is a fundamental part of Haitian voodoo ritual ceremonies, or in other words, the dance. That's the ceremony. Just as how the songs and the drums have a spiritual function and reflect the creolized heritage, dance holds a similar value in voodoo. As a religion that is kinesthetic in nature, look at that word, kinesthetic, relating to a person's awareness of the position and movement of the parts of the body by means of sensory organs, proprioceptors, and the muscles and joints. So kinesthetic is relating to the person's awareness of the position and movement of the parts of the body by means of sensory. So in other words, it deals with kinesthetic means the movement of the body. Like I'll give you something, I'm show you something real quick. This is a term called kinesphere. Kinesphere, the personal space, or kinesphere, is the space around us within reaching possibilities of the limbs without changing one's place. We can use the large area around us, far-reach kinesphere, when we use big movements, especially our limbs. So your kinesphere is basically all of the space around you that you can reach with your body without changing one's place. For example, like standing up straight and stretching out your arm, stretching out your leg. That's your kinesphere. That's why you look at this image right here. What do you see? It's like, see a person doing like ballet type of movements. This is an example of your kinesphere. So kinesphere deals with bodily movements. As a matter of fact, I'm typing ballet real quick. So I type in kinesphere, dance. Just says space, harmony. Kinesthetic awareness is defined in the HSC dance syllabus as feelings of the body's muscles, joints, and tendons while in motion or stillness. So it deals with the body's motions, and that's in the dance syllabus. And what's a syllabus? A syllabus is your guide to a course and what will be expected of you over the course of the quarter. Go to better definitions, Wikipedia. A syllabus or specification is a document that communicates information about an academic course or class and defines expectations and responsibilities. It is generally an overview or summary of the curriculum. So when you read a dance syllabus will be a document that communicates information on an academic course or class that's about dance. And I remember I learned about this when I was in school. I just remember remember hearing that word kinesphere when I was in junior high school. So this is a long time ago. And as I got older, it just stuck with me. So I looked it up. Word kinesphere. So when I saw that word kinesthetic, it brought me back to that word kinesphere. That's why we're on the topic of something called the dance, which is that's the dance. That's the gathering of these voodoo practitioners. So let's keep going. So voodoo, a religion that is kinesthetic in nature, is about the bodily movements or the dances. Dance is part of the physical manifestation. Didn't we just go to the word kinesphere in the dance syllabus? So come on, the kinesthetic goes back to the word kinesphere, which is in the dance syllabus. The gathering of these voodoo practitioners, they're called the dans, where they dance. It all ties in. As a religion that is kinesthetic in nature, dance is part of the physical manifestation of serving the Loa, which Loa was said to have, it's supposed to be like a Yoruba word for like Lord or God. Dance is not only an important part of Haitian voodoo, but also of Haitian culture, in which there are two types of dance, secular and sacred. For the purpose of this paper, the sacred dance will be addressed. Many anthropologists have studied ritual dances in the African diaspora of the Caribbean. Through the studies of dance in Haitian voodoo, the connection to spirituality and memory provided to the community through dance and music in voodoo ceremonies is evident. The community is a key element in voodoo ceremonies. Hebelith Waite argues, is another researcher, another historian, argues that voodoo songs are important because they are the living memory of a voodoo community. Dance holds the same importance in preserving this living memory. Voodoo songs educate about the lore and the philosophy of voodoo, and they signal the transitions between phases of the ceremony. Okay? The community is a key element in voodoo ceremonies. Hebelith argues that voodoo songs are important because they are the living memory of a voodoo community. Dance holds the same importance in preserving this living memory. So if voodoo songs are important because they are the living memory of the voodoo community, songs that they dance to, then dance have to have that same importance of preserving its living memory. Why? Because if the music is a living memory of the voodoo community, then the dances that they do to this music has to be a part of that living memory, because dance and music ties in together. Okay? Voodoo songs educate about the lower and the same importance, the lower and the philosophy of voodoo, and they signal the transitions between phases of the ceremony. Dance in voodoo also educates the lower and philosophy through careful study of the different dances. One may also understand how dances change in the different phases of the ceremony. Before getting into the study of dances, the importance of drums must be addressed. Okay, before getting into the study of dances, the importance of drums must be addressed. Wilchin, 2005, describes the drums as providing the fuel and guidance to the dance participants. The different rhythms of the drums not only signal the song, but in being sung, song that is being sung, but also the dance that should be done at that moment in time. Dunham's ethnographic work on voodoo dance gives us an excellent account as to the organization and form of dance and ceremonies. A voodoo ceremony has two parts in chronological order, a Rada rite and a Petquo Congo rite. Dunham observes, 1947, that the Rada Dahomey service begins with the Danza Zepoles. Now what's that? Now this is from a PDF file called Songs and Dances of Haiti. Okay? Now when you read about this and you go to, let me see something real quick. Bear me 1 second. Okay, this is page 9. Now you go to page 9. Bear me 1 second. Now these talking about different selections. This is about talking about songs. That's a song, right? Now it says right here, it says band side 1, band 1. I'm gonna put it right here at the top of your screen. Side 1, band 1. Simon Aida, Zepole dance. Remember, Les Zepoles? Zepole. This is religious music of the Dahomey or Vodun family of rites. Remember the Rada rite and the Petquo Congo rite? It says, this is Simeon Aida, remember Aido Wedo, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Zepole dance. This is religious music of the Dahomey or Voodoo family of rites. It is primarily a shoulder dance, les epoles, and is used during voodoo services to supplicate the lower or spirit beings. The lower being addressed in the song is Aida Wido. Remember, they're supposed to be part of the divine couple, a member of the Dahomey pantheon, and that's the song. I'm gonna scroll down. It says Obobo at the top of your page. Obobo is a ritual beginning and ending for voodoo songs. The center post referred to in the fourth line is the post which stands in the center of the dance court, usually holding up the roof. That's the post. So when you look at the fourth line right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, top of your page, you see that word? It says Simon Poto. On the right, I'm sorry, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is I. Center post. It is I. And remember, it was said the center post is where, remember it spoke about channeling Papa Legba, who's supposed to be the gatekeeper that lets them be able to communicate with those so-called spirits. So it says the center post referred to in the fourth line is the post which stands in the center of the dance court, usually holding up the roof. Remember, to prevent the sky from crumbling to the earth. It is believed that the lower enter the ritual gathering by coming down this post. So it's believed that the lower or those spirits come into the ritual by coming down this post, because Baba Legba was said to have been needed in that post so that they can communicate with those spirits. See how it's all tying in? The center post, remember that? The what's it, Poto Minto, hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly. Poto Mitan, excuse me. Alright, you know what's at 12 minutes, I'm gonna end it there, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna give you brothers give y'all a little bit more. So that I'm gonna close and say, oh praise you, how about Simeon double on C positive GMS. I hope brother learned something. Shalom. I'm gonna give you some videos next time, Lord will. Shalom.